this shit talking and the antics of it have anything to do with where your headspace went?
I think it was just one more thing that piled on top. Like one more thing we threw on top of the pile of an already huge clutter mess of what was going on in my head. And certainly, like, I can't discount the fact that side of it, as well as the hype and the build up and the attention me and him were receiving in Australia, because the fight was down here. And the size of the event and the size of the venue, it was a massive thing. You know, it just blew everything up to bigger proportions. So I'm certain it did play a factor. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. But I think it was just, you know, the cherry on top, not so much the driving factor.
I think as a fighter who isn't the one who's necessarily trying to engage in, you're not the one starting it. Sometimes you have to just figure out how to just let it go.
Honestly, there was a point when I was preparing for that fight with Izzy the first time, when we were going to like a press conference here, press conference there, and like you would get this feeling, you would understand this, like, and it hit me all of a sudden. I was like, this is like a political battle. Like, we are just going to different venues and then throwing out our opinions, trying to sway the crowd, and then. Like, it didn't even make sense. And I hated that. I thought it wasn't the sport. It wasn't what we were doing. It was just silly.
It's like, that's not what the sport is to me. It's going into the cage and fighting, and you've now expanded the competition to this giant bubble that's no longer just the cage. It's now words and experiences, you know, weeks ahead of time.
Don't get me wrong, I think if the word battle was the game, I'm pretty sure I could do pretty decent at that, right? But that's not the game, you know. You can easily be led astray, you can lose focus, because it feels like you're doing two jobs instead of one.
So, Misha, you have been challenged by Chris Cyborg to a super fight grappling match. What say you, Misha?
Hey, you know what? I mean, I accept. I would like to do it. You know, Chris has been somebody that, you know, I kind of wish that I could have fought in my fight career. It didn't happen. And, you know, the next best thing would be a grappling match. Granted, look, I just had a baby 4 months ago. So, yes, I have a lot of work to do to get back into, like, top competitive competition kind of shape, but I'm in the gym, I'm working, you know, I've begun grappling. I've grappled I think 4 times now since moving back from Singapore and all that. So I will get there slowly but surely. So, I mean, hopefully it's something that we can make happen. If she wants to do it, I want to do it.
Is there a timeline? Because this is your second child, so maybe you kind of know your timeline of when you would be physically ready?
You know, I don't know. It's way harder to find the time to train with 2 kids, and I get interrupted in training because I usually end up bringing my kids. So look, I'm not trying to make excuses or anything, but I really don't know exactly how long. I mean, ideally, I think I'd like to say for sure, like a year postpartum from having the baby. That means that would be another 8 months that I would be in pretty good shape.
Is there like a certain grappling promotion or rule set that you want to compete under?
To be honest, I don't know all the details of every promotion's rule set, but I like ones that just encourage you to go, like, to be able to scramble and not have to worry about points so much. So I think a submission underground, I did that one with Jessica I, and I like that rule set.
Official weight 155 pounds for Bobby Green. Official weight 156 pounds for Thiago Moises. 185 and a half, the official weight for Kevin Holland.
Thank you, guys.
Official weight 183 and a half for Charlie Ontiveros. 182 and a half, excuse me, for Charlie Ontiveros. Official weight 200.
266 and a half. I'm down, y'all down. Thumbs up. $146 even.
Right here, Bryce. Right here.
146 pounds, the official weight for Bryce Mitchell.
Thank you, Bryce.
Official weight 146 pounds for Andre Feely.
Thank you, Bryce.
Uriah Hall.
$186 even.
Official weight 186 pounds for Uriah Hall.
You're good.
Oh. Sorry, man.
You look good.
Official weight 184 pounds for Anderson Silva.